The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Wednesday, everyone. Hump day. We made it to the middle of the week, and man, welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. I'm glad you guys came in to hang out with us another day. So I got Miss Carol with me and Pedro, my crew. So how y'all doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
So listeners, what do we got today on as far as our interest group's concerned? This is only a Meta AI day, right? Yeah, that's all we got today. No. I'm sorry. We also have, I believe it's the knitting crocheting group. So, if that's your thing, getting into doing that kind of stuff, man, they had a great event, little over a month ago now. But it was a great event. It had a great turnout. People came out. A lot of our folks from within that group and within the community that do their own crafting and, creating different things. Some people made cakes. Some people made candy. Some people make jewelry. I mean, it made a lot of different stuff. So anyway, we had a great event for that. So come on out, hang with them today at 5 o'clock. And then we'll be right back with you at 6 for getting the most out of your Meta Ray-Bans with the Blind United crew. So, hey, come on in and hang out with us, man. I mean, it's always informative. It's always, we're sharing information. We try to do our best to share the information we have, but a lot of times, you guys are coming up with stuff as well that you can share with us. So that's what this community is all about, just sharing tips and tricks that can help one another. So anyway, today is all about the cutting edge of technology. So I really like this first article. I like it's about another pair of smart glasses. So let's talk about it. And then, listen to it. I'm sorry. Let's listen to this article and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Blind United crew, grab your first cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this first article. The Brilliant Labs Halo Smart Glasses. The world of assistive technology is in a constant state of evolution, with new devices promising to redefine the of what is possible. One of the most talked about recent entries into this space is the Halo, a pair of AI-powered smart glasses from a company called Brilliant Labs. Unlike many of its predecessors that were bulky or conspicuous, the Halo is designed to be lightweight and look more like a standard pair of eyeglasses. But packed inside its minimalist frame is a powerful open-source platform that aims to give its users an AI co-pilot for the real world, presenting fascinating potential for the blind and visually impaired community. The core of the Halo is its multimodal AI capabilities. The glasses are equipped with a camera that sees the world, a microphone that hears it, and an internal projector that displays information directly onto the lens. For a sighted user, this creates an augmented reality experience. For a visually impaired user, the power lies in how the AI can process this information and communicate it through audio. The device can perform real-time translation, identify objects in the environment, and even access the internet to answer questions about what it sees. Imagine looking at a monument and asking the glasses to tell you its history, or pointing them at a menu in a foreign language and hearing it instantly translated in your ear. The open-source nature of the Halo is perhaps its most exciting feature. Brilliant Labs is encouraging developers from all over the world to build new applications and superpowers for the device. This creates a massive opportunity for the accessibility community to step in and create tailored solutions. Developers could build apps specifically for identifying currency, reading prescription bottles with greater accuracy, providing enhanced navigation cues by recognizing landmarks, or even describing the outfits of people you meet. By not locking down the software, the creators have invited the very people who need the technology most to help shape its future, moving beyond a one-size-fits-all approach to a customizable, community-driven platform. While still in its early stages, the Brilliant Labs Halo represents a significant step towards a future of more integrated and intelligent assistive technology. It's a device that doesn't just aim to solve one problem, but seeks to provide a platform for solving many. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
So, I mean, I think these are amazing. I like the fact that they're, trying to make them open source. They're actually inviting, some of these folks to create stuff that they can attach to these glasses. Something that wasn't mentioned within the article was this also has a lot of different memory in it. Sorry, a large amount of memory, meaning that it's also being used at this point for seniors that it might have early stages of Alzheimer's or whatever, or just as we get older, so called we're forgetful, as it says, right? So, but these glasses are supposed to help the elderly remember that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's just great. But for our community, right now, it'll remember people. It'll remember, different things about what we do and all that kind of stuff. So, I think they're going to be a great set of glasses. Like I said, they're still in, kind of development, beta kind of testing. But I don't know. I'd like to see what the pricing is going to be on them. But right now, they sound like a really good pair of open source glasses. So, what you think, Carol?
I mean, I agree. I'm curious about the price as well. And, it sounds like something that I would definitely invest in. I was just so graciously gifted through the scholarship that you all offered a pair of Meta Ray-Bans. And I'm partial to Ray-Bans. Even when I was visual, I wore them. They're just a brand that I really like. But this brand, to just change up just the frame look of my face, because it is small and sometimes glasses can have a little weight. Uh, so if it's something that's light and can help me continuously navigate throughout my life, that makes it even better. One thing I did notice that it mentioned, and that's with any device that I have, if it could help read prescription bottles, if it's not a huge bottle, that rounded label is very difficult with any type of smart device you have. And if it can accurately be able to read that, because what I end up having to do is just utilize the label. Once I notice what the medication is, I label it for me accordingly, whether it's rubber bands or a dot or whatever it is, so that I'll know what type of pill, because some of them feel the same, and I don't want to take the wrong one at the wrong time. So, if they could develop something that could read something that's rounded like that, that would be wonderful. So
Right.
I'm just excited about, it coming into fruition and wondering about the pricing of it, and wanting to just actually add it to, another part of my tools that I use to navigate my life accordingly.
Right. Well, I mean, again, it sounds good to me, but Pedro, I know you stay, kind of in the know about a lot of the new upcoming technology. So, what have you heard about these glasses?
Just a little bit, not too much. I've been waiting for open source. I've been saying that, and Carol, myself too. I wear Ray-Bans before the Ray-Ban Metas and stuff like that, and
Right.
they're light. They're
Yeah,
light,
they are light. They are
and
light.
and and yeah, and that's
Unless
what
you
I
get a
like.
metal frame. If you get a metal frame, they have a little weight to them.
Yeah, a little bit, but I like the little metal frame though.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I got a few.
and they're pretty. They feel nice and all that. They feel premium, and
Mm-hmm.
and when it comes to technology and having this open source, let's just take it a step with what Carol was saying. Now we could have an app that can read a QR code, and the medical system can set up little QR codes that they could put on top of your medication, and you can scan them and tell you what it is. You know, this is already possible now, but with the Ray-Ban Metas, you're gonna have to open up your phone, set up the link, because it's a QR code. But hey, these open source glasses can directly, probably even give you the information and audible feedback straight to you without maybe even having to look at your phone screen. So,
And Pedro, now
mhm.
there are pharmacies that do offer something like that. It's just the pharmacy that I deal with, Walgreens,
But
they do
again,
not offer that.
right, but again, Carol, probably that part of me is, again, just like with a lot of this other stuff, we need to have a unified system.
I agree. Ed.
That's
I
true.
mean, again, some of them they offer script readers, most,
Mm-hmm.
actually, most of them do not, but
Yep.
Right.
again, whether they could incorporate, like a QR code within the, prescription label, or, or when they print that label out, maybe they can print out a separate one, like you said, to put it in a universal spot, like on the cap, or, maybe on the, the
Hmm.
bottom somewhere where we can,
Mm-hmm.
we know where it's going to be, and we can use that whatever to scan it. That'd be a great thing.
It
So,
sure
Hmm.
would.
right
It
That'd
sure
quick,
be a
would.
great thing. Yes.
right quick,
Uh,
Monica popped in and said, "Good morning, happy Hump Day to everybody." So, good morning, Monica.
Good morning, Monica.
Good morning, Monica.
But yeah. So back to the Halos, and having it open source, able to have a application that reads currency, an application that could be for styling, for you know it having memory and knowing your style when you take pictures of your clothing, like, look, this is my type of style. Oh, I like this type of color. Woo woo, and it starts personalizing and knowing you. When you start looking and browsing and shopping, it could tell you the type of style of the clothing if it matches up somewhat with your style. Imagine
Ooh,
that one.
yeah.
Let's take it a little further. Imagine you hit Disneyland, right? And Disneyland has set up something where these glasses automatically, when they see it, they could tell you what store it is, where you're
Mm.
looking at. You know, they could take it further. They could, develop these apps, and actually, when you're in there, even out right now, they have the Disney app that kind of tracks you around their park. But we know, as blind individuals, dealing with uh applications like Maps and Google Maps is sometimes difficult. But dealing with theme park maps are way difficult. Like, I was dealing with the Knott's map, and it's been difficult. I'm about to dump it into an AI and have it break it down for me and stuff like that. But that's a whole other thing. But having some glasses that hands free, able to do multiple things. I like my Ray Bans. And Facebook, well, Meta is allowing little by little trickles out, but I think they could do way more. Honestly, they could do way more if they were
Well,
open source. You
Then
know.
they may have a charging platform where you got to have a subscription. So
right.
leave it alone while they and just add to it.
Right
Yeah.
quick, Pedro,
Yes.
I'm just throw it out there. I mean, yeah, map going to tell you where each ride is, but bottom line, knots ain't changed since they built that second half. It's one big circle. You can walk all the way around in a circle.
Yeah, but
Oh
they got
wow.
different things that cut through the circle too. But
Well, no, it's just the different attractions are on each side of the, I mean, there's a couple of, but
mhm,
they've been there forever. Like before you come into Fiesta Village,
mhm,
you can go through the backside and do that. Somewhere, some kind of lake out there, that Indian kind of thing they got going on, whatever. But it's right
mhm,
on the backside of the village. That's where you can also find like the bumper cars and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, like I say, it's just in a complete circle.
mhm,
I mean, again, it'd be great to have something for us to tell us, okay, you're approaching, the bumper cars. Or you're approaching, Fiesta Village. Up to the right or up to the left, where you can get your food. Up over here is where you can do this, so on and so forth. That'd be great, you
It
know.
would be because
mhm.
they don't allocate for the crowd, and then you got to try to, it can be treacherous.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and I get Pedro's thing about knots because they're there all the time.
True,
You know,
true.
Hmm.
my brother's got a season pass for him and his children, and again, that's where they spend a lot of their time. Activities, just quality time with the family. Plus, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, once you put it together, it sounds like it might be a lot, but if you get the what is it, the golden packet or whatever it is, packet Pedro, where you
Hmm.
get food and all that, you can literally eat every 4 hours. So,
Yeah.
so if you show up or first thing in the morning when they open, you can literally eat 4 times or 3 times while you're there.
No, 2 times. It used to be three, but you can buy the daily pass that has you can eat every 90 minutes.
Okay,
But
well,
I have the meal, so sometimes I hit the morning, get something to eat, and then get something around 3 or 4 before I leave. Usually that's
Mm.
what we do. Then we go to the water park. And I need like what 4 more, no, 5 more visits, and I could justify paying the money, and then I could continue going more. You know,
right, you got to
last year,
use it to justify it. That's the whole
yes,
thing.
Right.
mm-hmm,
I mean, the
Like
first
mm-hmm,
year
like a
they talked
season
me into doing it.
pass.
Well, the first year they talked me into doing it, I paid all that money and used it one time. Oh no, this is man, I really blew it on this one. But oh yeah, no, we're gonna be going all the time, and then I didn't hear from nobody no more till next year.
Wow. Wow.
So but that was also before I started hanging out with my brother Pedro and Monica. So but again, it's a lot easier for them to get to it. It's in Orange County. I'm in San Bernardino County. I gotta get through
mm-hmm.
L.A. County to get to Orange County to get there. So it's a big travel issue for me as well. So, but anyway, we are, I believe, at the end of this time. But we got 2 minutes left. So, but
But yeah,
anyway,
so we could
go
talk a
ahead.
little bit more about glasses. You know, I don't know. They mentioned some of the specs on cameras. We've seen with the new release with the Oakleys, they got the 2.2, I think, or 3 point something K camera. There's mixed reactions on these glasses. You know, I was gonna see and try them out. They're around the $500 price range, but if
How
you're going
much?
for around the $500 range,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and if you want AI and you're going for AI, you're getting the same type of AI within your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I would have understood if they had more capabilities, but they have longer battery and other things like that. But you know, things like that I have to justify, even with the technology. Okay, is the AI improved? Yes, the camera's improved. I could probably make content, but do I want to handle that type of high file transfer? I heard to transfer a video is like what, almost 10 minutes or something.
What? I hear the frame looks nice.
I heard the frame looks nice.
Yeah, looks
Don't
Well,
real
get
I
me
mean,
wrong.
nice.
again, let's go here. Like we were talking about earlier on, right?
Mm.
We actually use various. I mean, again, before they had these smart glasses, right? What were we doing? We were wearing Metas. I mean, I'm not Metas, but Ray Bans. We were wearing Oakleys.
Mm.
We was wearing these designer glasses. Simply because what
They look
we
good.
well, I mean, not only that. I mean, we're in a me it's again I got issues around my eyes and stuff for my glasses and stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, from where I had surgery. So I like to, I like sports style where I can kind of cover up some of that scarring. But again, I'm gonna wear glasses all the time. I might as well wear something fashionable. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
Look
I have a
good while you're
partner
out
that be
there.
like, "I bought these for $1." And I'm like, "Okay, you're gonna wear it 24/7." I was like, "Look, I bought these for like $200." He
Right,
like, "No,
right,
what
right,
the
right,
hell?"
right.
right.
And I'm like,
And that was
"Well,
another thing for me when I got my Metas.
mhm,
I have literally paid that same money for a pair of Ray Bans without the smart stuff in it.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
me too.
yeah,
So when they offered the Meta Ray Bans, I said, oh, okay, well that ain't bad. So I'm
yeah,
good with it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely good with it. So, but again, there's also I was reading doing an article a little bit earlier that I was reading, and there's uh, I think like there's 4 different other types of glasses. Some of them got cameras, some of them don't. Some of them got AI. I think almost all of them had AI. But bottom line, they weren't necessarily designed for us. I was just reading the article to see if they had any features in it that might help us. But there was some in there, Patrick, that you might like because they would go right straight to Chat GBT.
Yes, yes, I've been seeing those. And and some come with a little micro LED screen. Depending which ones,
Right,
but
right.
they
That was
have
the
some.
bigger thing. They had the glasses that have
Mhm.
the display on the inside of the lens and all that
Oh,
kind of stuff.
wow.
Some
Well, I mean,
talk and
again,
some
for
don't.
sighted, right? But again, Kel, that's for sighted folks because again, now it's like having a computer, but instead of you wearing it and it gives you a display on the inside of your glasses that you can navigate, and do your work and stuff right there on your glasses.
Let
So
me blow your minds. They got some glasses that could make a screen up to 127-inch, like that
yeah,
in
that
your
was
face,
well,
like.
yeah,
Wow.
that was one of them that I was reading today, but. Anyway, well, again, the
Mhm.
whole topic today is all about cutting edge technology. So we're going to jump into a couple of these promos and then get into the next article.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Hustling jingles, $10 a shot. Birthday beats and holiday knocks. Gotcha covered for the ones you love. Personalized joy like a custom glove. Get your jingle hot and fresh. Info at blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford. Got a catchy tune for your babe. Poppin' beats like dreams we crave. For Mama's Day or Papa's cheer, let's make smiles from ear to ear. Get your jingle hot and fresh. Info at blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford.
Well, for anybody that is actually spending any time really truly listening to us, Pedro does a great job with those jingles. Again, everybody that we did them for when we were doing them, early on for like Valentine's Day and different things like that. I mean, again, they were great. My kids loved the ones I got made for them, my girls. Again, you hear the ones he does for us here about our different events. So, I mean, again, if you got an occasion coming up or something that you want one for, reach out, info@blindunited.org. Hey, if you got a business and you would like to have a jingle, you know what I'm saying, that you can play regarding your business and what it's all about or whatever, hey, get at us. We can make that happen for you. So, anyway, this next one, again, it's all about cutting edge technology. So, let's just run it and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Hey Blind United crew, grab your next cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this second article. Exploring innovative assistive tech. When we think of assistive technology for the blind and visually impaired, our minds often jump to the essentials: screen readers, braille displays, and white canes. These tools are the cornerstones of accessibility, but beyond them lies a thrilling landscape of innovative technology that addresses more specific, nuanced aspects of daily living. These beyond the obvious gadgets and apps are pushing the boundaries of independence, using clever design and advanced computing to solve everyday challenges in ways we might not have imagined a decade ago. One exciting area of innovation is in the realm of haptic feedback. While we are used to audio cues, devices are now being developed that communicate information through touch in sophisticated ways. Think of smart belts or wristbands that use vibrations to give you directional cues for navigation, gently nudging you left or right as you walk. This creates a silent navigation experience that doesn't interfere with your ability to listen to your surroundings for safety. Other devices use haptics to translate visual data from a camera into a tactile sensation on your skin, allowing you to feel the shape of obstacles in your path or the layout of a room before you even enter it. Another frontier is the enhancement of object interaction. We have apps that can read text, but what about identifying a specific can of soup from a dozen others in the pantry? New services combine AI with barcode scanning and advanced object recognition to do just that. You can scan a product and not only hear its name, but also its nutritional information and cooking instructions. Specialized devices can identify colors, helping you match your clothes with confidence, or measure the level of liquid in a cup, preventing spills when pouring a hot drink. These small, task-specific tools work together to create a more seamless and independent daily routine. From smart gloves that can read braille from a digital source to advanced sonar devices that offer a more detailed sense of the environment than a standard cane, the world of innovative tech is vast and growing. It's a reminder that accessibility is not just about accessing the digital world, but also about interacting more fully and independently with the physical world around us. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
I think I want me a pair of them smart gloves that can read braille. I mean, uh, again, I was not able to learn braille simply because sensitivity in my fingers and stuff like that. But again, that would be a great advantage to have something to help with that. I'm not really into carrying around a bunch of other devices, but I don't know. I wish we had maybe with our glasses somebody could look at the dots and tell us what it says. That'd be great too. That could actually interpret Braille. That would be a great addition. But again, all of these things, man, a lot of this stuff has been around for a long time, these color identifiers and stuff like that. So, but there's a lot of newer technology out there. Again, it's, as we've talked about recently, a lot. It's about having all the tools you need in your toolbox. You know what I'm saying? So, and these are all just various tools that we can use. So, just try to stay up. If you stay up here and keep doing things with us here at Blind United, whether it's here or in our interest groups, whatever, we're going to keep you informed about all that newer tech that's coming out. And a lot of this stuff that's really, really useful, guess what? We're also going to show you how to use it. So, and we do all that for free. I keep saying that. Y'all don't understand that part, how important that is, because you don't get a lot of free training anywhere, So, and I say that as well because, I had to do this little shameless plug. Hey, you can donate. We can really use your help. You can buy a T-shirt. You can donate $5, $50, $5 million, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just go to the website, www.blindunited.org, and go to that donation page and hey, access that Stripe. And like I said, give us what you're willing to give us. We really appreciate it. So anyway, I know you are really, really getting into a lot of this stuff, Carol. So, you're relatively new to doing assistive technology and stuff like that. So which apps have you found that help you out the most right now?
The app Be My Eyes and Seeing AI, those two applications definitely. And when I, use my Meta Ray Bans, that I graciously have been, gifted through the scholarship program that I actually won through Blind United. I utilize it, and it's just transformed a whole lot of things because I live alone. I can't just run to someone visual in the house when there's no one else here but me. So, especially individuals who live alone, assistive technology is a must. It's now I still have my color indicator. sometimes when I have visual company, I'll utilize to see if they turned the lights off without having to go to the switch, or if I'm picking out some clothing, I kind of know the feel of it, but want to know the color of it because some things are made the same as far as my cargo shorts or something like that. So I'll utilize that. But the applications are essential to me, as far as everything that I basically do around here and sometimes out when I'm outside, So, like I said, with my meta glasses, I was trying to water my HVAC unit. And I wanted to know because it had rained if it was any ant piles out there or any wasp nests. And, it let me know it wasn't. So, well, it was a wasp nest, but it was no bees in it. But it was able to do all of that, and that's very helpful without me having to go next door, knock on the door for a visual neighbor to come over and possibly charge me to look for something that I could easily do myself with this assistive technology. So I'm extremely excited about whatever is coming about, and I'm gonna grasp it. I am. And everybody should try. And if you want, come on in, to some of these groups and learn, because I definitely have learned so much because it's free. Volunteers volunteering their time to just teach you, and you learn and share some of the things that you know. And I'm telling you, it will definitely change your life. It's changed mine for sure.
So, well, we appreciate all the endorsements, Carol. So, anyway, I mean, again, Pedro, this is your realm again. Cutting edge of technology. So, I mean, is there anything new coming out as far as apps are concerned that we need to keep an eye out for?
I've been looking at a couple apps, but you know what I've been playing with is the AI. Um, if you have one of these newer phones that has like Chat GPT and the AI intelligence, you're able to take some advantages on that. But even if you don't, you can like I was saying, you can set up some shortcuts that go directly to the voice part of these AIs, like for Gemini or ChatGPT, or even Envision for certain um, feature within Envision or Ira as well. Um, you could set up a shortcut that goes directly to an agent or straight to the AI. But the way I've been using it when I don't have my metas, because I've been testing out these AirPods Pros 2 and checking out some of their features, and and I'm comparing them with with the Ray Bans open air speakers. But that aside, is that just going live with these AIs and turning on your camera and letting them see, you know, through your phone, you could accomplish these tasks as well. You don't need a Ray Bans, to take advantage of that type of feature. Yes, it's hands free, but you could still grab your phone and get these features onto your take advantage of these features. Chat allows that. Gemini allows that. Now they have new features coming out too, like that they're able to see your screen while you use your phone, and they could direct you, even show you how to do certain things, even on your computer. So the technology is coming. It's gradually coming, and it's gonna be rolling out. It's gonna be affordable. Right now, it's free. You might need a subscription depending on what platform you use, but you will be using new features, new models, and different things like that. So, expect different applications. I was looking at this application that uh looks at your emails, puts a reply, and drafts it, and everything, learns how you write and everything, because you write the email, but it learns how you write. And then when you wake up, it gives you a summary, and all you got to do is go and see if you need to press send or change something, and there you go. And then you can continue off with your day, with your next task. So, you know, there's a lot of things that are coming out to look forward to. Um, and I look at applications not only accessibility. I try to take advantage of applications that are made for regular sighted folks and try to adapt them to our use, you know? And sometimes we get more of those features faster there. on some of these apps. Some of these apps, they end up doing something that they don't know that it helps us. They didn't do it intentionally, but I end up using it helping me, you know, and stuff
Right.
like that. And that's pretty dope, you know.
Well, well, I for one want to say thank you for that exploration, I should say, and then also thank you for bringing that back and sharing that with us. Whenever possible. Again, Pedro's group is the first and third Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. Advanced Technology with Pedro Aguilera.
Yes,
So,
yes. Even if you want to know how to set up, if you have a newer phone like the 15 up, you have a button on your side instead of a switch. You could change that button to any shortcut you want, or a list of shortcuts that you can have direct access to. Be My Eyes, a shortcut to the AI to take a picture. You could have the shortcut for the chat and Gemini all in a little list, or whatever you want to pick, or whatever shortcut you want to run. You could have a shortcut that shares your last picture to Instagram, whatever it is. These integrations are makes our life easier, and I'm all for it, because I set up different things because I do so much, but I set up things for me to make things easier all the time. Less scrolling, the better.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, Ed, and your mic might be off, if you're talking. But yeah, so knowing this, and I know not everybody. Say that again one more time.
it's always messing with my microphone.
Yeah, but setting
Uh,
up some of these applications is hard, especially shortcuts. So sometimes when I do it, I'm able to share the template, and people just need to save it into their phone and into a folder, and pick it. Your phone will pick it up. So little things like that we do within our interest groups. George is another one that's in the cutting edge of accessibility technology. He's always on point, and doing some stuff, talking about the guide and talking about JAWS, how it identifies buttons with AI, the newest feature on JAWS that's coming out. So we're all over the front. We're in all over the front, no matter if it's Windows, Mac, or iPhone. Mac, a lot of people don't have, but I do use. And, questions are welcome when it comes to that as well.
right. And also understand, for those listening in, might be, thinking about joining some of our technology interest groups. The majority of us coming in here, they actually do this as their day job. They get paid to do this stuff, but they come in and they volunteer their time and they help us out. Like I say, we're just trying to make this happen. We're trying to make it a more cohesive community, right, where we can all help one another. So I appreciate everybody that takes their time and comes in and volunteers to help out. George, Pedro, Andy, myself. We got a few
Corinne,
other. Korean. That's what I'm gonna say. We got people just volunteered, just regular participants, right? They come in and they got,
you got
oh
knowledge.
man, they got knowledge, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And they have no problem sharing. I mean, again, we're a united community and we're just trying to help each other out. That's all we're trying to do, So
And it's
anyway,
not just for the computer, it's for individuals who don't have computers yet. It's for the phone as well. And
Hmm.
it's intertwined to where everyone's welcome and everyone learns.
So,
well,
yeah,
whatever
so
your assistive tech is, we go, chances
Mm,
are we know how to use it. Somebody knows how to use it,
right.
and we're going to help you get through it. So on that note, we are at the end of this one as well. Uh, so we can just go ahead and run these last promos and then we'll get into our last article. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray-Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Have you ever wondered what it's really like to be blind? Ever wanted to ask questions but held back, afraid of offending? Blind United invites you to replace that fear with fun, learning and connection at our 4th annual Walk a Mile in My Shoes challenge. Join us Saturday, October 11th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wayfinder Family Services, 50 Huntington Angeles, Vista Boulevard, Los Angeles. Experience everyday attacks blindfolded, like pouring a cup of water. Try assistive technology like screen reader computers and iPhones. Get a hands-on braille lesson and discover how independence is built every day. Smile, laugh, and learn alongside the blind community. No pressure, just pleasure. Help us build bridges, close gaps, and make connections. Walk a mile in my shoes and see the world in a whole new way.
All right,
I love it too. I love it too.
So anyway, we again, we got our Walk a Mile event coming up. Walk a Mile in Our Shoes challenge is going to be down at Wayfinder Family Services in LA. But anyway, we're getting ready to have our registration form available. The minute we do, I advise you to get on it as soon as possible. Register. We're limiting this to 200 participants. Just so you know, if you are from the blind community and you want to make sure that you can get one of our event T-shirts, you got to bring somebody to take the challenges. I mean, that's part of what this is about. It's about creating that awareness. If we got a room full of blind folks, guess what? We're not creating awareness because we got an audience of nothing but blind folks. We need those sighted folks. We need those folks to come in and take these challenges. We need to create that awareness within the sighted community about the issues and the way we live our life each and every day. Okay, so again, when you see that registration form come out, man, get on it right away. Anyway, let's move on. We got our last article, and then we'll close it out for the day. So run it, Pedro.
Hey, Blind United crew. Grab your last cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this 3rd article. Navigating the Ethics of AI. Artificial intelligence is rapidly becoming one of the most powerful forces in our society, and for the blind community, it holds immense promise as a tool for accessibility. AI can describe our surroundings, read inaccessible text, and help us navigate the world. However, as we embrace these incredible benefits, it is crucial that we also engage in a serious conversation about the ethics of AI. The same technology that can empower us can also create new barriers and perpetuate old biases if it is not developed and deployed with care, transparency, and a deep commitment to inclusivity. A primary ethical concern is algorithmic bias. An AI system is only as good as the data it is trained on. If an AI is trained primarily on data from sighted individuals, it may struggle to understand or accurately interpret the unique needs and contexts of the blind community. For example, an AI-powered hiring tool might penalize a blind applicant's resume simply because its format is optimized for a screen reader, not a visual scan. A facial recognition system might fail to identify a person with a prosthetic eye. This bias can lead to exclusion and discrimination, creating digital barriers that are just as formidable as physical ones. Another major issue is privacy. The AI tools that are most helpful to us, like visual interpreters, require access to our cameras and microphones, processing deeply personal information about our lives, our homes, and our interactions. This raises critical questions. Where is this data being stored? Who has access to it? How is it being used to train future AI models? Without strong privacy protections and clear, transparent policies, we risk trading our personal data for accessibility, a compromise we should not have to make. Finally, we must insist on the principle of human-in-the-loop design. AI should be a tool that assists human judgment, not one that replaces it entirely. There will always be situations where the nuance of human experience, empathy, and understanding is required. Ensuring that there is always a way to connect with a human for support or to override a flawed AI decision is essential. As a community, our role is to be not just consumers of this technology, but active participants in the conversation, advocating for ethical standards, inclusive design, and data diversity. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, again, I know you guys some of these articles sound like we're just, they're just regurgitating the same articles over and over. No, we're not really. If you pay attention, they all have different key elements that are different from one another. I mean, again, ethics and guidelines and regulations on AI, I believe is very, very important. I mean, we're talking about the privacy stuff, so on and so forth like that, where our information is being stored at, all of these various kinds of things. Again, it's only as an AI model is, as I said, only as good as the person that created it. In other words, whatever data it gave it when it was creating it, right? And I mean, myself personally, I'm working on a different angle. I use AI quite a bit, and I've done my due diligence to train my model that I'm using to understand the fact, number one priority, I am blind. I cannot see whatever you're generating for me. I can, so all of these different kind of things, no, I don't want fictional material. I want everything to be nonfiction, so on and so forth, right? So all of this kind of stuff. Whenever we encounter, in our research, something that may have images in it, it already knows now that I need to have a description of what's in that image, So hopefully, within me training my model, that data is somehow getting transferred into the main drive, main whatever server, and it's learning, and what I'm training mine to be able to do, hopefully, will transfer to other people from the community that might be using that same model. I don't know, but I'm just hoping for it. All I know is it works better for me when I'm doing my work and handling my workflow with it. So, again, I love AI. I mean, it's been a great tool for me, and I've just learned and advanced so much more in what my ability to be able to do stuff using AI. So again, I'm all with it, but again, we got to protect ourselves. We got to protect, society, because again, call it super, science fiction if you want to, but it looks like we definitely on that highway of, like I say, what is it, Skynet and all of these other science fiction movies that where AI took over the planet. So we got to make sure we don't head down that road. At least have a roadblock in there to keep us from getting to that point, and that's what regulations and guidelines are all about. So anyway, I'm cool with it. Carol, what you got?
I mean, yeah, it should always be, ethics, rules, regulations, guidelines, because anything that's trying to mimic a human, has to learn. And by you being able to teach it, uh, is a plus, because everybody's different. Everybody's looking for some different type of response. And if you only want facts, that's what you expect it to give you. Uh, AI has become a big part of my life, especially living alone. But then I still know the old, useful things that used to work if for some reason AI is just not giving me what I need. I have a reader that I could go back to. I know how to use my cane to get around without having to use my glasses on the outside. If I'm walking around and doing this, that, or the other, I can, still be able to use those things. But AI has made things so much easier. It spoiled me in a way to where I just expect more. And I can't wait for it to come out. When is it coming out? You're taking too long. I need it now. you
I
know
hear you.
but I know that it's a process. And these applications have just transformed everything for me. But, I once I get a computer and start, being able to access some of these things, and of course, I'll be able to learn that by entering classes, that you all offer, and get good to where I can start doing some of those things. And it just makes you feel better about the things that you can accomplish on your own with excessive technology. I'm just waiting for it to just come on out. I'm ready for it.
I hear you. Well, I mean, again, all this stuff is really, really great. One of the greatest aspects of AI for us is the visual interpreter side of it. I mean, I don't know that we actually have any that are actually just solely dedicated to visual interpreting.
Hmm.
At this point, but it is what it is. Just a quick story before we get into Pedro. We've got our walk a mile coming up, right? I'm doing all of these letters. I pulled all this information, about all of the state and federal legislators, here in Southern California and whatnot. But some of them, okay, I can send them an email. Some of them, they want you to go to their website and upload, into their appointment thing, right? You know what I did? I had bundled them up and sent them to George, and George has got that guide thing, and he can just tell it. You know what I'm saying? A guide is a new AI that can actually, you can prompt it, and can perform tasks for you on your computer within other website hemispheres, right? Ecosystem. So anyway, all he's got to do is just tell it, go to this website and upload this information into this portal, and boom, it's done. Okay, so all of these kind of things are just magnificent. They're great. They help us out, So anyway, go ahead, Pedro.
Yeah, yeah. All this helps us out, and having AI ethics is a number one. Not only in an accessibility setting, but I mean in a worldwide setting, because it will affect all of us, even though those that don't use it, it will affect. Meaning, it's gonna be integrated into society. They're looking into integrating into certain cities, into light systems to make traffic flow faster. You know, um, so it's gonna be around, but AI should be used in tandem with a human when it comes to like careers and work. Uh, a robot with AI should be a enhancing a human's job. Not
Right.
not propri- not
Yeah, not
Simplifying a
taking
human's
over it.
job.
yeah, not taking over, because we need to
Hmm.
slow the gradual slope. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, the way people think up there, these robots are coming. So we need to slow it down, and we need government help on that part. We need the government to actually step in and be like, okay, we right now they need to work in tandem with a
Right.
human, enhance their work,
Hmm.
Well, it's like
not
the article we
replace.
did. It's like the article we did maybe a little over a week or so, or whatever it was, when they're
Hmm.
using AI now to read, the I hate to go here because it's, helping folks out, to be able to have a baby, right? And
Hmm.
it's sperm count, right? And it's identifying the live sperms, from the petri dish, but at the same time, it is backed up by a human checking it and verifying that the information that the AI gave it is true.
Yes.
Just like us, when I'm doing my work, even though I've trained it to the best of my ability, I still go back and check it and make sure that it's the way it needs to be. We can't just let it run free and not have some, a human, like you say, fact checking the AI to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that the information we're getting is accurate. So,
Yeah.
same thing. Like I said, a lot of these companies now are using AI software to scan your applications for employment and stuff like that. No, it's still okay. It still needs to be checked by a human and human resources. You know what I'm
Agree.
saying?
Yeah.
Agree. Mm-hmm.
Not totally depend on these systems to take over, the hiring and the decision making on who is going to get hired and who is not going to get hired. So again, we need those guidelines. We need the guidelines in there where when we have are in essence have to per se put our information. Imagine how much information you're putting in on your resume, right? So
Mm.
now they scanning that in the AI. They got all that information. Okay, that information needs to be protected.
Yep.
Okay, it cannot be put out there. It could not be stored and sold to people that just want to buy, your personal information. No, stuff needs to be protected. So that's what this is all about. Trying to make sure we have those guidelines and safety roadblocks in place. So our stuff doesn't just get put out there for anybody that wants it. So I'm pretty sure you agree with me, right, Pedro?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I agree too. I wouldn't want anybody to know my personal information, especially because you got personal information on your resume. And
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
AI is doing that, some people birth dates,
And
social security number,
yeah, they have put a couple of restrictions. They have a something called temporary chat, meaning no information will get saved. So since information doesn't get saved or anything like that into their servers, that means no memory. So if you create something and you go through that and it's a temporary chat, expect it to be gone as well. So gather the information, make sure you have everything. But if you want to do it that way, you are able to put certain features within that thread chat won't have like memory and or recall certain things, so you won't be able to reference that chat later on. But
right,
they're having some privacy things. uh I believe OpenAI just released a model, these pocket models is where they starting to get referred to, that you can actually install one in your computer and have it run locally and
right.
not even hit a server online.
mm,
Well, and that's a great thing as this stuff, this technology advances. Again, right now, every time we access AI for the most part, we're going to that server where that AI
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
at, right?
mm,
Once we start having these devices, I'm sorry, this technology within our device, whether it be our computer, whether it be our phone, whatever the case may be. Now we don't necessarily have to worry about that privacy as much. Why? Because it's within our device. It's not out there, in the internet. Just for anybody that wants to reach out there and go get it. So all that's some really, really great stuff. So
Let me paint a picture of the future for you guys. You see how these AIs are right there right now, and they're barely starting to download it to our computer. Once they start getting in our phone, being in our pocket, we're gonna mostly be talking to our phone like it's a friend or it's our assistant. So imagine the movies that we're talking about this. That's the phone right now. You carry around with an AI could talk to you. Later on, that phone is gonna have a body, and it's not even gonna be a phone. It'd be a whole different device.
well, now we moved into iRobot.
yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So again, it's advancing really, really fast, and if you want to keep up with it, then you need to keep up with Blind United. One of the best ways to do that is to, number one, as most of you already know, come in and hang out with us. But another way to make sure that even more people can learn and understand this kind of stuff, man, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all that good stuff. I mean, it doesn't take much for you to do that, but it really, really, really does help the algorithms and allows this stuff to get out to more and more people. We are growing, as always, and I thank you all for all of that. But again, as we gain new people, we need them to keep spreading the word, so that we can get this out to everybody, right? So on that note, I'm going to wish you all a great rest of your Wednesday. It is hump day, so it's all downhill from here, baby. Once we get past this day, we're heading for the weekend. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you back here again tomorrow at the same time. So have a great day.